happy Friday and happy November. I really can't believe it. So last Monday I finished a painting, a very autumnal painting that was inspired by my last walk during October, 31st of October. It was beautiful weather, amazing, and then just like a switch, bam, you know, November came and the rain. And I'm very happy that I finished this in time, well, more or less in time. And so this is a paint with me video, but I'll also give you towards the end of the video a walkthrough through my sketchbook, all the paintings and drawings that I did during that month. And yeah, so I leave you here and I'll see you soon. Okay, so this is the sketchbook that I bought in the beginning of October, and so this is the first painting that I did with aquarelle. I don't know why, I just wanted to do something very colourful, and while doing it I really didn't like it at all. I hated it actually, and now that I look back at it I'm like, well, it's sort of weird but interesting, you know. I'm okay with it now. Yeah, and then next page I did a whole page doing just small sort of illustrations and things. Is it focusing? Anyway, so all those illustrations using pink ink. It's actually supposed to be red ink, but as you can see it's pretty much pink, which I'm really not mad about at all because I love pink. It's one of my favourite colours. Yeah, I really like how they turned out. I'd love to, you know, explore this kind of style a little more. And I really went into, like, looking back, I really realised how many flowers I painted. It's amazing. So these two flower vases, I really like this one. If you want to have a closer look at all of these and also have regular updates on my progress in my sketchbook, you can find me on Instagram. I put the link down in the description box below. Yeah, and so I really just continue doing flowers. As you can see in here, I used the pink ink again and combined it with some colored pencils and also aquarelle, where these colored pencils that you can, you know, dilute with water, I think. And then, oh yeah, this was, I think, one afternoon I met with a friend and we met to, you know, paint and draw, and this is one of the things that I did that afternoon, and it's just kind of, it's a little bit messy, but yeah, you know, it's fun just experimenting with different styles and things, which is fun. This is another like small little ink sketch that I really like. Flowers, again, as I said, you'll see a lot of flowers in my sketchbook. And yeah, well, more flowers. This time I used Posca pens and markers and stuff. That's not usually something that I use very often. I prefer gouache, colored pencils and aquarelle, but you know, I was up to some, also there's one glitter pen. I don't think you can see it, but it was fun. And then I was in a very sort of wintry, actually already sort of kind of Christmas mood here when I did this small illustration of the house. And I think I had, you know, a photo on Pinterest that I had saved, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm super into the snow and Christmas mood right now. And oh yeah, I really like this one. So last month I read Wildwood, and there are adorable illustrations in this, and this was inspiration for this flower forest sort of landscape thing I did with aquarelle, and I really liked the colour too. I don't know which colour that was, but if I can find it I'll put that on the screen. And so I did two other ones with aquarelle in the same kind of style, but then I decided to colour this one with colour pencils just to give it, you know, make it a little more colourful, and then this one in just, you know, monochromatic one in brown, which I really like too. And oh yeah, so here the next couple of pages will be the paintings and drawings that I did during a 24-hour challenge. I also documented this on when I filmed it, so you can check out the video. I really enjoyed this. I really used as many media as possible during these 24 hours, starting with ink again, aquarelle and coloured pencils. I really usually I really like doing mixed media, and so I really just took inspiration from all the home decor and things that I have in my room and in the apartment. I really like this one, also kind of like the illustration kind of style here. Oh yeah, this is the one that I did in the kitchen, and I arranged this little plate like still life, and I really liked the contrast between the orange fruits and the blue plate. And so another vase, so you see this recurrent theme of flowers everywhere, like on the plate and the spoon and the vase again. But I like it, so why shouldn't I adorned painted. Again, another flower vase. This is with oil pastels, which I really didn't enjoy at all. Maybe I was using them wrong, I don't know, but it was just kind of, well, sticky, oily. Well, it's oil pastels, right? So yeah, it's not my medium at all. I don't think I'll go back to that very soon, which is fine. You know, I just wanted to try out as many media as I possibly could in a 24-hour time span. And this one I really prefer to this one because it's with soft pastels, and the base is with aquarelle. And this is taken actually from a painting my grandma did a couple of years ago, and I really like the looseness of it. It really just sort of shapes. You can tell that's landscape, but it's not very like defined. And then, oh yeah, that was kind of towards the end of the challenge, and I was like, okay, I haven't used markers and my Posca pens yet, and so I went kind of wild with like, there's no real composition, and the colours are just, it's really all over the place. I kind of like these flowers and the rainbow, but the whole page is just very messy, which is fine, you know, it's a sketchbook, it's supposed to be fun. Last page that I did during that 24-hour challenge is this one that I did with brown ink, which I kind of like the result, but I didn't really like the process. But at least, you know, it allowed me to be very precise and do very small details. The next page is just a quick sketch from a floral wreath that I did last month, which I'm very proud of. And it's essentially with my favourite colours, pink, green and yellow. I really like the way it turned out, like the sketch and the real thing too. And yeah, it was fun. I think it was coloured pencils, maybe a bit of aquarelle, but mostly coloured pencils, I think. And then towards the middle of the month of October, I decided to do a few prompts of all these Inktober challenges out there. And so I did this jar and the fancy pump, which I really love. I love this one. This is gouache and coloured pencils. So actually all of it is gouache, and then you have a bit of outlines in using coloured pencils. And I really like the way it just, you know, it's super bright in my opinion, but still it's not too much sort of in your face. And really like the colour combo here, and also the landscape on the, well, it was supposed to be a fancy flower pot, so here you go. And next page, well, you know, I am trying to sort of find a style. This is really just a sketchbook to experiment and do different colour combinations and styles and use different media and things. And this one, so I think it was also prompted as a bird and flower, well, a bird and flower obviously, but anything more specific than that, I don't think so. But anyway, so it turned out very wintry for some reason. I like the looseness of this somehow, but I don't really like the bird. Was so hard to do. I don't know, it was just his face looks weird. It's just the eye and his beak, I don't know, it's kind of strange. But still, you know, I like the colour combo though, even if it's very wintry. Oh, and I really like the next I think 2 pages, 3 maybe. So I really struggle to find a black pen, ink pen, whatever, fine liner that works for me. And so I constantly, when I'm in some art supplies store, either go and look for black pens because I'm still looking for one that works for me. And so I found this black ink pen, which is, I think, let me tell you, it is a Sign pen by Pilot. It's pure liquid ink. This is the pen, by the way. Can you see that? Jeez. Yeah. And so this is the result, and I really love it. I mean, I still need a fine liner, but for illustrations like these, this pen works so well, which makes me so happy because, as I said, I really struggle to find black pens that I like. And so I coloured only parts of the flowers and leaves because I thought, you know, I just don't wanted to make it too colourful. But I also didn't want to leave it black and white. So that's the result, and I'm really, really happy about it. So I did a couple more illustrations and things with this black pen, and this is the next one. I quite like the way it turned out. I prefer, actually, I think the thing that sort of irritates me is the bottom part here with those small mushrooms. I think the proportions are kind of weird in this, but I like I think, you know, the upper part of it. And oh yeah, I really like this page with the mushrooms. I had done a very similar drawing of this on my iPad, and there's also a video of that, and again using that black pen, and I really like the results. I really like how this is a very sort of illustration kind of style. Yeah. The next page is also one that I did a paint with me video of, and these are little houses inspired by those that I saw when I was in France a couple of 2 weeks, 1 week, I don't remember. But I saw in France. It was, I think, an inspiration for Howl's Moving Castle, so it's also sort of Ghibli-esque. And again, this is gouache and coloured pencils. I stuck with gouache and coloured pencils, which was nice to, you know, find a medium that works for me at the moment. Okay, next is really just a couple of sort of sketches with that black ink pen again that I showed you before. This is again very much inspired by Wildwood, the book that I read, that is illustrated by the author's wife, I believe, and so it's very into, you know, doing illustrations of the woods and trees and plants and everything. And another page, I found the sign pen, the pure liquid ink pen in blue, and I did these small illustrations with it, like more sticker designs. And on the other page, there's a very wintry, even I'd say rather Christmassy sort of illustration here. Oh, the only thing that I have to finish here is the tea time in the little bubble here. I really like the results, and I almost went with pink again for background, but I decided to do it in yellow for change, which is nice, and I think it turned out quite lovely. You know, it just brightens up the whole thing. And then a little quick sketch of the plants in our kitchen with gouache and coloured pencils again that I quite like. I think this is an aloe vera, and oh god, I'm so not good with plant names. You could ask my mum and she knows all about it, but I just can't remember plant names. And more flowers. Again, as I said, I really noticed that theme in the sketchbook so far is just flowers, flowers, and more flowers. I mean, why not? And so this was the last prompt that I did. It was sky, still as a flower, because, well, flowers, right? It's just a thing. And yeah, well, gouache, coloured pencil, I really, you know, towards the end of the month, just stuck with these because I like the combination of it. And then on the other side, another quick sketch of flowers that I was looking for inspiration on my phone, all the photos that I took during the summer, and yeah, a bit of flower power here again. And the last page of this month that I actually finished today. Today is the 1st of November. Can anyone believe it is the 1st of November already? Because I cannot. Don't need to say much more than this about the last painting of the month. And so yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!